So there's no fear today. No fear. No fear. No fear. No fear. Because I believe that justice will rain down like water and righteousness like a mighty stream.
When the Attorney General of New York walks out of a courthouse and says, "This isn't about me, it's about all of us," it's not just a statement, it's a warning. Letitia James isn't just fighting a legal battle, she's calling out what she believes is political retaliation disguised as justice. Her words, echoing scripture and defiance, draw a line between accountability and vengeance.
All right, let's go. Letitia James, the New York Attorney General, just emerged from court. She's been charged in a mortgage fraud case. We're going to hear what she has to say. Let's listen in.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank all of you. So I want to thank all of you. I want to thank each and every one of you. I want to thank you for your prayers. I want to thank you for your emails. I want to thank you for your support. It has strengthened my spirit and it has anchored my soul, and so I want to thank you. But this is not about me. This is about all of us, and about a justice system which has been weaponized, a justice system which has been used as a tool of revenge. This justice system which has been used as a tool of revenge and a weapon against those individuals who simply did their job and who stood up for the rule of law. And a justice system which unfortunately is nothing being used as a vehicle of retribution. But my faith is strong. And my faith is, I have this belief in the justice system, in the rule of law, and I have a belief in America and all of its individuals who have stood with me, not only in New York, but all across this nation. I've heard from just about every jurisdiction in this nation who have said, stand up and be tall. And never, ever cow down or back down or break or bend. So there's no fear today. No fear. No fear. No fear. No fear. Because I believe that justice will rain down like water and righteousness like a mighty stream. And I'm here to say that my work and my job and all that I do, all throughout my public career, I've stood up for the rights of New Yorkers and Americans, and I will not be deterred. And I will not be deterred. I will not be distracted. I will do my job each and every day, and that's why I'm headed back to New York, because there's work to be done standing up for the rule of law. God bless you and thank you all, and I appreciate you. Thank you.
Strong words from the New York Attorney General, Letitia James. She's been charged in this mortgage fraud case, which she completely pleads innocent to, not guilty. We're watching all of this unfold. She's accusing the President of the United States of going after her for her civil fraud case against Trump. in New York that we all remember very closely. Kara Scannell is watching all of this very closely as well. Kara, what do you think?
I mean, Wolf, this is like a campaign vibe out here when Letitia James just came out of the courthouse after pleading not guilty to that one count of bank fraud and that one count of making a false statement to a financial institution. She was met by this large crowd that was chanting, "We stand with Tish." They're holding up signs saying, "Don't turn the federal judiciary into a kangaroo court." Just a swarm of supporters were out here as she exited the courtroom. And then, as you saw, came and spoke to the cameras, thanking everyone for coming here, saying that they were lifting her up and saying that this was a vindictive prosecution, an effort to turn the Justice Department into a tool of revenge, as she said. Now, this whole hearing took place, it was just about a half an hour. James appeared in court. Inside the courtroom were numbers of family members and friends. They were lining the back row of the courtroom. Some were sitting just a few seats away from me in the galley. And when she walked in, she looked toward them. She smiled. She looked like she was beaming inside that courtroom with all the support both inside and now outside the courtroom as well as she's just leaving. But, you know, they got down to business inside the courtroom. They set a trial date in this case now for January 26th. They have set a motion schedule to try to speed things along. Abby Lowell, Tish James's attorney, said that he does intend to challenge Lindsay Halligan as being validly serving as the U.S. attorney. The judge said once he officially gets that motion, he will recommend that case be transferred to the same judge who is hearing James Comey, the former FBI director's challenge of Halligan's authority, and that judge can decide to consolidate those cases. The government did not object to that. So that will be one course that will take place. There's also, Lowell said he expects that he will file a motion around the concept of vindictive or selective prosecution. He said that's the worst kept secret in this case, that he's going to pursue that as feeling that this was not a valid case. But he said he wants to see more of the discovery that was turned over as part of this investigation to help inform the decision making. And then there will be the traditional motion practice. He intimated that he didn't think some of the crimes charged were supported by the allegations in the indictment, and he would look to challenge those. So we've already teed up that there are going to be at least 3 hearings now before this goes to trial. But it is the Eastern District of Virginia. This is going to move much more quickly than it does in other instances. And the judge reminding everyone, there's only one attorney who's practiced before him before. He said he wants everyone to get up to speed with how things work in this district so things can stay on track.
Let's bring back in our guest, Jean Rossi, who's a former federal prosecutor. Jean, we do know this is an attorney general that tends to speak to the public from time to time. Not the scene that we saw after former FBI Director James Comey also pleaded not guilty a few weeks ago, but the two share one common theme, and that is that they are both perceived as political foes of President Trump's. What did you make of the comments we heard there from the Attorney General?
Well, what I want to say to Zane and Yubiana is this. Behind her was the courthouse. And it's great to give the speech. Her remarks were very powerful, very emotional, very visceral. And I get all that. But at the end of the day, what's going to happen for the public is going to occur inside that courtroom, the Walter Hoffman building, who is the father of the rocket docket. But a lot of people aren't saying anything about who our judge is. I know this judge very well, Jamal Walker. How do I know him? I worked with him for several years. I helped train him when he started off as a prosecutor. The worst judge that they could possibly have, if I were the Justice Department prosecutors, is Judge Walker. But what strikes me the most, and this distinguishes it from Jim Comey's indictment, is that the loss amount, Zane and Biana, went from $19,000, and now we understand it's about $1,400. There has never, ever been a bankruptcy fraud case in my lifetime, in my knowledge, where you're going after somebody criminally for $1,400. They're making a mountain out of a molehill. And I didn't feel this way an hour and a half ago when you interviewed me. But this is one of the weakest mortgage fraud cases I have ever seen. And what makes it even worse is the two-line prosecutors that were investigating it, including Beth Usey, with whom I worked, they said there's nothing there. So the Department of Justice is coming to a fork in the road where are they going to act on retribution and anger on the part of the president, or they are going to do the right thing? And that's get to what I said an hour and a half ago. When you have your three personal attorneys heading the department, you have a litigation legal train wreck. And it's very sad that it is occurring in the home where I worked for 20 years, the Eastern District of Virginia. Very sad.
What makes this moment so striking isn't just the charges, it's the timing, the optics, and the message it sends about power and precedent. Letitia James, once the prosecutor holding Donald Trump to account, now finds herself accused in a system she once defended. Her supporters see courage, her critics see irony. But beyond the headlines, this case forces a deeper question. Can the rule of law survive when it becomes a weapon for political score settling? As the trial date looms, the stakes aren't just legal, they're moral, institutional, and national. Because if justice starts bending to fear or favouritism, it stops being justice at all. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns like this.